you just do, Zach?
What?
What'd you just do?
We bought our crib.
Yay! We got it on sale. Thank God.
And with some last minute wedding money, the Lord is good.
Yes. Hey guys, welcome back to our vlog. If you haven't watched this yet, or you are just like happening to see this, our names are Zach and Haley Kanoy. Zach is my husband. You just saw him on pushing the cart with the crib, and I'm Haley. And then we have an extra pup named Cody, and then our baby Hamilton here. Cody's my grandmother's dog, and he's just staying with us for a little while. But I just want to kind of get right to the case. Or right to the point. Whatever you want to call it. Okay? So, we are done with training. Thank you, Lord. So, we finished training last Tuesday, so a week ago. This is Tuesday, July 10th. We finished on July 3rd, and it was good. It was a very interesting time. We're going to kind of talk about our training a little bit. I have a video that we filmed the day of our training, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So, kind of going forward, what we have next is our last and... Stop. Sorry, guys, they're fighting. We have our last and final home visit, and that will be July 17th. And in that home visit, we have to basically show our social worker that we have everything together. I think the last thing that we have to get is a fire extinguisher. And then after that, we are good to go. And so kind of explain after the home visit what's going to happen is we will meet with her, and then she's kind of let us know, okay, this looks great. Maybe you need to work on this, or, like, here's another form that, we just hadn't gotten, or she might ask us for some more information, so we'll have to get that information to her as quickly as possible. And then what she'll do is she will write our home study. So what that looks like is she asked us a bunch of questions a couple weeks ago, and she has been kind of compiling all those answers. Then we've had a medical visit where our doctor had to sign off on these people are fine, they don't have any chronic illnesses, or they don't have anything that's to worry about, but here's the medications they're on. And then we had to get a TB skin test. So we have to prove our income. There's a bunch of stuff that we've had to do. So she's gonna put all of that together, and then she's gonna write, she calls it a 30-page research paper. So a 30-page research paper on Zach and Haley Kanoy. And then from there, she will submit that to her supervisor, and her supervisor will then read that study. And then the supervisor will say, okay, well, we need to find out more information on them, or they'll just say, oh, great home, they're approved. And then from there, we don't know. We could get a call. Some people have told me they got a call within 72 hours. And some people have told me they got a call within 6 weeks. So we will see. And then from there, once we get a call, Zachary and I will decide together if we feel that child they're calling about, or those children that they're calling about, are going to be the right fit for our home. So we can say yes, we can say no. We can say, let me think about it for a few hours. And of course, you know, we haven't had to do this yet, so we will update you if we get more information about any of it. And I know there's many foster parents out there that have already reached out to me and said, you know, you just really don't know. So we're open to the unknown, and just kind of being just ready to see what happens. So I don't want to make this video 5 billion years long, because the other video that we filmed after our training was pretty long. But I do want to talk about that, because I kind of cut some of it out and it's starting in the middle. So the next video you're going to see, it's just kind of how we were after our training. It was a very long day, where we discussed why kids come into care, where we discussed like biological parents, co-parenting, where we discussed how to discipline children. We discussed a lot of things. There was a lot of videos. They discussed kids in foster care. So we were very like, it was just kind of heavy on our hearts. But to kind of explain, we were in a class of about 8 couples. There were only 2 couples in that class, me and Zach, and then another couple that were doing this to take in someone they didn't know. Everyone else in the room was kinship foster. So what kinship foster is they're taking in a family member, or they're taking in someone like very, very close to them. I'm not going to give out any information about the people in our class, but I just wanted people to kind of grasp that concept of Zach and I were the only ones, and one other couple that were there to take in not your family. But kinship foster is a great thing. So that is not trying to like, you know, rag or something, you know, be ugly. Because I would never ever want anyone to think I was being ugly. It's just to say that there are many waiting children in Mississippi, and there's many waiting children in the whole entire United States, and there aren't a lot of homes. So just go ahead and watch this next video.
Yeah, because you go into these trainings expecting to hear a lot of terminology and a lot of protocols you can and cannot do. But other than really, you know, foster parents cannot discipline with corporal punishment, we didn't really hear a lot of protocols. What stands out to you is the fact that they just harp on how broken these kids are, that they're going to be angry and they have a right to be angry. And not just that, but there's a cyclical effect, because as broken people ourselves, I knew that I would probably be tempted to be angry with the birth parents for abusing a child or neglecting them in any way. But we were enlightened that over 80% of these birth parents were foster kids themselves, or abused or sexually abused, or had mental disabilities of some sort. So it's just this really broken system. And I remember thinking throughout the day that more than anything, even some of the people in the room with us were extremely broken and had brokenness in their family, weren't trying to kinship foster, meaning they're trying to attain rights to get somebody in their own family, for instance, a daughter or a granddaughter, that their own child's on drugs or unable to take care of their own baby. So
yeah, each story was different. So we're not giving any way like confidential information, no names, nothing, but
right.
Just kind of giving you an idea of, we were, like, I hate to say a fish out of water, because I think that sounds kind of judgmental, but just like, we were the youngest in the group, and we were just kind of the oddballs out. I think out of like 10, it was like not even 10 couples, 6 or 8 couples, we are the only other couple. Like, there's one more couple that is doing this just to like foster kids. Like, they're just like, our hearts are open and we want to take kids. So kind of with that being said, like, not to say everybody needs to foster, like, because not everybody needs to foster. Because even after this 2-day training, I'm sitting here like, how are we going to do this? But like, we know it's on our hearts. We know that we're called to it. And so we're going to be obedient, even though if it might cause us heartbreak and it might cause us frustration and worry and all this stuff. And I know there's other foster parents that are going to be watching this video, and you've all been through the same thing. And so we want to learn from your experiences. We want to know, how do you handle losing a child? How do you handle birth parents? And it was one of the reasons why I wanted to start this vlog, is I just feel like, I don't feel like there's tons of information out there. There's information from people that want to teach you and that are certified in these classes, but half of them have never been foster parents before. So like, how do they know if they've never had a foster child in their home? But yeah, they're certified to teach class, so they obviously know something. But just kind of what I'm saying is that we were really the only couple in our class who was doing this to take kids in. And so for me, I just found that really heartbreaking that there's not more people out there that want to care for people. And I don't want to get upset about it, but that's just how I feel right now. And that there's a part of me still that's hesitant towards, like, I'm like, I want to love on these kids, but like, am I willing to love on these parents too? Because that's where it starts. Like, if you think about it, your mom and dad taught you everything that you know, or your mom or whoever raised you taught you everything that you know. And these parents are they're struggling. And I think that was the biggest eye-opener for both of us today, is that you kind of want to get all pompous and be like, well, I could raise their kids better, or why can't they just do the right thing? And every situation's different, but at the same time, like, that's their mom, that's their dad, that's their parent.
Yeah, I was overcome with a sense of, at one point, just gratitude, because we're all broken people, but I've never been subjected to hardly anything that these kids are subjected to by the time they're 4 and 5 years old. And even the parents who are doing the best that they can are up against insurmountable odds, and like, they just don't stand a chance. They know no different. They're products of abuse and neglect in their own lives, and it's cyclical. And it's just, I went in today, nobody really wants to go spend their entire Saturday sitting in this state-funded gray room that's monotone, and you do, but it really was absolutely beneficial, because if anything, they do a great job of preparing you that these kids are coming in broken and damaged and upset, and they've got every right to be so. And you're gonna have to prepare yourself to be patient and creative and openly just open your heart. Mm-hmm. So I found myself really sad for these kids, but I left very grateful for the life that I've had. And the Lord's just been speaking to me, saying that this is ultimately for His glory. This is not for us just to build a family, which is definitely a motivation for this. But He's going to get the glory from this, and this is a huge deal, and we're just being amenable to His call. So,
yeah. All right. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching the whole entire video. If you made it to this point, you sat through a lot of talking. But I just want to come back and say thank you so much for your support. Cody is whining because he wants to be petted. Anyway, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your prayers. Continue to pray. Please pray for our hearts. Pray especially for our home visit next week. Pray that our hearts would just be ready and prepared for the kids to come into this room, and to just kind of create relationships with biological parents and biological families. And then just, if you have questions, if you want to know more information, if you have anything that you want to talk about, please message either one of us, and we'll be glad to answer anything that you have. Also, if you are wanting to donate to the Kanoys, or if you are even wanting to donate to more foster families in the state of Mississippi, I can hook you up to some resources. But specifically for us, we do have an Amazon wish list, and I will post the link in the description, or I will post it in the post that I post this vlog with. So God bless all of you, and just a reminder, Jesus loves you, and the Kanoys love you all too. So thank you so much, and we will see you soon.